Three, two, one.
Hey everybody, we're here. Not too much later than we said we were going to be. Shocking. How is everyone tonight? Jeff, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing good, thank you. So everyone, we have a little idea. Since our shows tend to run a little bit later, even though we come here just winging it, our shows tend to run a little bit later. So we may do an intermission in the middle in case, anyone needs to take a little break. And Jeff's going to play some of the songs during that intermission. Does that sound okay for everyone? Sounds good to us. Teresa is here. She's laying down. Hi,
Hey, Teresa.
Teresa. Thanks for stopping in the chat.
Hey,
And
Mike.
yeah, I was going to say, do you want to do a quick shout out?
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. We got Noise Guru, Super Mario Brothers, Splatter, Angels Don't Fall, me and Sandy, um, Red Storm, Michael Russum, and Teresa Lynch.
Yeah, there's not many here right now. There's only 4 people. Hopefully, those notifications are going out. Hopefully. And let's see. All right, guys. So we have 2 new Mandela effects to get to tonight. And then I might show a few rewind Halloween ones to get us in the mood for Halloween. Because Mandela starts next week. And then if you guys want to see anything specific, we can look for that too. Sound good? There's only a couple of you watching right now, so chime in if that sounds good to you. Oh, that's great. Noise Guru went outside today. That's an improvement. And fresh air helps you heal. That's good.
Yeah,
Very
that's
good.
good.
I'm getting a little throat thing going on, so my voice is all messed up right now. Just ignore that. Have to deal with it. I'm sorry. Just drinking a lot of water over here and coffee. Coffee and water. That's what I live off of. So, Jeff disappeared on me.
I'm here.
Go-Kart Bob just jumped in too. And Noise Guru
You
said,
go, Cart Bob?
I'm always in the mood for Halloween. Well, that's good. We'll do some Halloween ones tonight. I have I'm working on a Halloween short right now, and you would think it would just take a few seconds, but it actually takes a few hours. But more importantly, I have to keep stopping to do stuff for shows. So it'll be done soon. Do you want to get to the 2 new ones before we? I have to go look and see which Halloween ones I want to do.
Yeah.
And then, if anyone has any suggestions of things you want to see tonight, like if there's a particular theme, a Mandela effect that you forgot about or you really like, let me know. We can show it. We'll pull it up. I think I need like hot tea more than tequila. I have a ghost story. I saw a ghost. Was not a pleasant experience. It's actually one of the most terrifying experiences of my life.
Someone get Sandy some tequila.
That's what I said. I actually really need hot tea. All right. A lot of you may not know this. I'm sorry, but Pokemon is big, so I'm hoping some of you do. Jeff, would you mind reading this? I'm going to tell you the Pokemon's name is Porygon, just to help you out there.
Okay. Thanks, because I don't know a lot about Pokemon.
No problem.
All right. I don't know if this is a Mandela effect or just bad character design, so I'm leaving it up to you to decide.
Teresa, after this, I will tell the ghost story if everybody wants me to tell it. I will tell you.
In the game franchise Pokemon, there is a Pokemon that has changed from my memory.
Mm-hmm.
What color besides black, white, and blue is Porygon? Did I say that right?
Yes, yes, you did.
So we got light pink, light red, and red.
I know it's a subtle change to some. Not to me, though. I play Pokemon Go, and it's not right. Anyone know Pokemon in the chat? There's only 12 of you right now, so I doubt it. Teresa does not know this. If you don't know, it's okay. You can say, I don't know. That's fine. I like it is not just for kids ever since they came out with Pokemon Go. Prior to Pokemon Go, you are correct. Pokemon was just for kids. Not anymore. And I also have to say, like, people collect Pokemon cards. They can be worth a lot of money. Esther collects Pokemon cards. Definitely not a kid. But she does, do it with her kids. So, by proxy, I guess. Okay, so Go Kart Bob says no clue. Gregory, welcome. Gregory says light pink. I'm triggered. All right, we can go on.
All right. All dark rosy pinks. Porygon and its evolutions were always a deep, vivid red/blue for me. But in Pokemon Go, Porygon is number 2. At first glance, it looks red, but it's actually deep rose.
Yes, because it was never pink for me.
Wait a minute, I do know this character, and I have the same memory as you.
Good, thank gosh. Go Kart Bob, since you do, maybe we'll cover my Gumby Mandela effect.
I want to see that.
He says, I know Gumby and Pokey, not Pokeyman. And there's a restaurant called Pokeyman here. I'm not putting that one on screen, Noise Guru.
What did he say?
You got to read it yourself.
That's funny. He should say that. One of the songs I'm going to play has to do with that.
I'm a Pokemon Go fanatic. But you can go on.
All right. And I do have to warn everybody, when I do play my songs on this show, they are not for kids. They're not even for some adults. So just
Yeah,
saying.
it might offend some adults, just a warning. If that's the case, during the intermission, just walk away for a little bit. We'll have an exact time because you can tell by the time of your music, right? Like how long the intermission will be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. So Gregory is correct. Go on.
All right. So, and even worse, in the original series, the famous seizure episode, Porygon is light pink. I have never seen Porygon this color before.
Have you, Jeff?
No. Red or blue?
Yeah. Sorry, Gregory. We're not from the same reality when it comes to this. But other things, I'm sure we are, but not this one.
It's weird how that happens because a friend of mine, she's a huge fan of Pokemon, and she doesn't remember Pikachu ever having the black tip. She's not affected by that, but she's affected by Fruit of the Loom and a whole bunch of other ones.
Yep, that's how the Mandela effect works anymore. Noise Guru says if I've offended anyone, it's okay. Oh, Gregory, I think he means red and blue. Is that what you meant? Red and blue for Porygon, Jeff?
Yeah.
Okay. He did not mean the Porygon was blue. Porygon's red and blue. That's all. You can go on. All right, so we do have to read the red parts here.
Just the red.
Yeah, and the green. I
Okay.
just found this really interesting.
All right. It has pink polyhedral head, pink polyhedral body. Does anyone else think that Porygon is red and blue? In Pokemon Go, he's red and blue because of the way they make the graphics in the game. On the Pokemon Go subreddit, people were confused and asking about Porygon's color. One person even gave a man excuse as to why Porygon isn't the right color.
It's because of the graphics. Well, duh, the graphics are drawn by the artists. It doesn't make any sense. They literally say, they literally give an excuse to explain it away. Well, that's just how the graphics are in Pokemon Go. Well, there's plenty of Pokemon that are red and pink, so it doesn't make sense. None of that makes sense. That's what a man's excuse is, everyone. That's a man's excuse. All right, you can go on.
But a user states that Porygon is still listed as being pink in the Pokédex, so their man's excuse to explain away the incorrect color doesn't hold up. However, I do not see any colors listed in the Pokédex. Maybe it was removed.
Or maybe they're referring to, no, because they were talking about Pokemon Go. So maybe it was in the Pokédex before, but it is no longer in the Pokédex.
Regardless, in my past, Porygon was never pink, and while it looks reddish in Pokemon Go, it's still not the red I remember. It looks washed out, not vibrant red like it should be.
And when I sample the color, it's actually a dark rose color. It's more pink than it is red. Is there a reason why you're just hanging on the slides?
No.
Okay. So here's all different color pinks of Porygon. Now, do you remember hot pink or roses, Gregory, or do you just remember the light pink? Because they have them all different color pinks. There's more on the next slide, too. That's what those little squares are, by the way, is me sampling the color to make it stand out more. So you got hot pink, rose pink, light pink, like a mauve or mauve, however you want to pronounce it. Every color of pink that's not red. And the colors in the bottom left are the color in Pokemon Go. Okay, well, it's fine. It's fine. So here's residue of red. The red I remember. Except for the bottom right is looking pink now. But can you see the difference between the reds and that pink, that rose color?
Yeah.
With the one in the corner now. Hi, Chiliane. Gregory says light pink, 1999, first edition. So you do not remember the hot pinks or the mauves or the mauves, whatever. I say mauve. Some people say mauve. You don't remember any of those. You just remember light pink. Wait, now you're saying maybe red? This is why we show residue.
Reverse update.
But no, in 1999, they did see pink in the cartoon.
All right.
And more red. Nice Guru says chartreuse.
Yeah,
I give you props for being able to spell that this late.
Right? That's another huge Mandela effect for me.
Me too.
I remember that the same way everybody else does.
All right. Well, how about we save the other new one for the end of the show? Does that
Yeah.
sound good? And we'll do everything else in between.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let me go find Gumby. Pushing Buttons is here. She's in Vegas with Stavely and Teresa. You blame the meds for being able to spell? That's good.
Wait, she's actually with Stavely?
Well, isn't Stavely in Vegas right
Yes.
now? Yeah, well, she just said Vegas. What am I doing? I have to search Gumby. This will be an old one, guys. This is an old one. I covered this in April of 21. I can't believe that was over 2 years ago now. Jeff, sending it to you right now. Oh no.
What happened?
Oh, and I accidentally almost opened YouTube, which would have disconnected me from the screen. And I don't know why I'm not doing this full screen for you guys. I'm very sorry. And I think Jeff walked away. Didn't bother muting. Hi, Jonathan. Pushing Buttons' name is Jonathan, Jeff.
Oh, okay.
Hello. Wait, Jonathan, does your last name begin with a P? Just curious. Oh, we're good to go.
Begin with a what?
A P is in Peter.
Well, if it's the Jonathan you're thinking of, that's not who that is.
Okay. I don't know. Is it? Who knows?
Are you thinking of Jonathan Trimmer?
No, that's a T is in Tom. I said a P is in Peter.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say Jonathan Trimmer is Blue Pac-Man.
And Jonathan said yes, so I think I know who Jonathan is. So that's all. Okay. All right. So a few years ago, excuse me, hold on, give me a minute. Sorry. So a few years ago, this was back in 21 when I said a few years ago, I covered Gumby's eyes. You know what? We should be doing that first then. You know what? Get this out of here, Jeff. Sorry, guys. I forgot that I have more than one folder. Oh, you know what it is? Never mind. Pull it back up. I'm sorry.
I never got rid of it anyway.
It was pre-graphics. That's why. I don't have graphics for it, so we're going with this. So, a few years ago, I covered Gumby's eyes changing. He now has black and red eyes depending on the season. They were always black in my past, never red. I think I'm going to show it to you in this anyway.
See, for me, it was the way it is now, where it would switch up.
All right, so chat, Gumby. Hey, Mustard Seed of Faith, welcome. Do you remember Gumby's eyes black and red, or do you remember just red or just black? No answers. There's
Who are you
probably a chat
asking?
delay. The chat. You already told me you remember both.
Yeah.
It was just black for me. They They're never the red eyes, never.
I first noticed the red when I actually bought the figure. It was red, and then I saw it in like I don't remember if it was the later seasons or the earlier ones. I think it was the later ones.
It went back and forth. Pushing Button says just black, I think. Where did Go Kart Bob go, who brought up Gumby in the first place? Go Kart Bob, where are you? Oh well, we can go on. I'm sure he'll chime in a minute. But now there's been another change, maybe even a few changes. There he is. The first question, nose or no nose? Left or right, everyone, which is your Gumby? Nose or no nose?
Huh. Dual memory on this for me.
You never saw this, did you?
I may have, but I forget stuff sometimes.
That's okay, because I forget what we're covering too on this.
Because there's so many things we cover, it's hard to keep track of it all.
You cannot interrupt that, Go Kart Bob. Very good of you to go give the cat attention. They come first, 100%. Noise Guru says the nose of nightmares. Pushing buttons is also, oops, it moved. Pushing buttons is also both. Bubbles Bubbles welcome says no nose. JT welcome says no nose. Pushing buttons says yeah, no nose. So definitely no nose now for Jonathan. Is that a yes or a no? I'm not sure. All right, Go Kart Bob is no nose. Go Kart Bob, what do you remember for the eyes? Do you remember black and red, or just black, or just red? And actually, anyone in the chat can answer that. Because I don't have a folder for that. I covered that a few years before 2021, so it was pre-graphics. All right, we can go on. He never had a nose in my past, and none of yours either. His face reminds me of a jack-o'-lantern now. And in the older episodes, the nose is 3D like a human nose. It's so freaking wrong looking. JT is black eyes. Red Storm had the figurines, no red. So, Jeff, what do you think of there being a nose that looks like a jack-o'-lantern?
Yeah, it does look like that. See, it's weird for me. Like, I'm having a duel on that, but I'm leaning toward no nose.
Well, let's get a look at our Gumby. Well, yeah, our Gumby, because I have the residue first. That's great. But guys, here's some red eyes for those of you that have never seen red eyes before.
Aha, that explains my duel right there. Right corner, top. I had that.
It looks evil. That one specifically looks evil.
Yeah, but no nose.
But no nose. I don't know why I put, Eddie Murphy, because he has a nose.
Yeah,
Don't understand why he's there, but anyway, go on.
I'm Gumby, damn it.
Okay, guys, this one's hard. This is a hard one. Possible Mandela number 2. The colors. Which colors do you resonate with the most? I removed the nose because it was bothering me. So the nose was removed by me. Do you remember 1, 2, 3, or 4? We've got yellow eyebrows. I left the nose in that one for some reason. All yellow features, black eyebrows with yellow mouth, all black features, or black eyebrows with a red mouth. So in the chat, pushing button says, is he going to be okay? Okay, Noise Guru is a 2. Go Kart Bob is a 2. Pushing Buttons is a 3. Red Storm is a 3. JT is a 3. Jeff, what do you say?
Okay, so there's another problem here for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm leaning towards 3. However, I don't remember his mouth being up so high, nose or no nose. The mouth was just a little bit lower for me.
I could go with that. No, number 4, Go Kart Bob, is red lips. They're like a dark red, like he's wearing lipstick. All right, so you're going to go with 3 or 2?
Three and 4 are not the same. One's red, one's black.
Right. Are you going to go, what number are you going with? 3?
3.
Okay, you can go on. Yes, you should have asked that. We'll put it on the screen. Is he going to be okay? Good. So there's some noses in here, but this is residue of the red. Why red's there? I don't know. I remember like the green. I just remember green lips are black. Nothing that stood out. Same way with the eyebrows, green or black. Nothing that stood out. So what I'm doing here now, I don't know if you noticed, the slide itself is black. Okay? So black features are on this slide. Next slide.
That one figure looks weird. He didn't have those Groucho Marx eyebrows.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, did it skip on me again?
It did.
Is that the right one right there?
I don't know. It looks like we're missing what it is now. I don't know why. It could be the order I did it in back then.
Okay, yeah, this one's next.
All right, so guys, here is Gumby. Can you zoom in? You're not able to zoom in, are you? Yes, you are.
Yeah.
There you go. Zoom in on the Gumby toy's face. So, who remembers all yellow, which is number 1, with the nose and red eyes? That is the original toy. Anyone? Does that look right to you? Oh, also Gumby came in every color of the rainbow now. The many moods of Gumby set. All with red eyes. All with yellow features, including the yellow one where you can't even see his mouth and eyebrows. Anyone? It's so stupid, I can't. All right, you can zoom out.
That's weird.
And also notice he's blue on the left. That is straight up blue.
Yeah.
So possible Mandela number 3, the colors. I also don't remember Gumby being different colors ever. Ever. Now there's mood colors and he's blue in some episodes. Like he dried out overnight and lost the green color. I also don't remember these dents on the bottom of his feet. Do you?
I remember those.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Chat, do you remember the dents in his feet? His legs?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Gumby Gone Rainbow. Exactly.
So the dents in the feet. I remember the one on the right.
The little
Not,
round ones?
yeah, not the one on the left. That looks too long. And the one on the figure on the left, or the one in the middle there, that I remember. The one on the right, no, with the figures.
I could go with the two figures in the top left. I could go with the one on the right, but everything else looks absolutely wrong to me. Like the one where it's just like a little bit of denting going on, or where it's a perfect circle or that weird shape that they're drawing there. No way. So, okay, so Red Storm is yes. Pushing Buttons is yes. No dents for JT. Yes dents for Go Kart Bob. And Pushing agrees with you. Pushing Buttons is going to be really hard to call you Jonathan now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
It's
remember
so
those
hard.
because when I played with the figure, I used to like put my thumbs in like the little holes and stuff. I remember them.
All right, we can go to the next one. I don't know what's next. This is all new for me too. Okay, so now we have red for the, I guess it's stuff I don't, all right, this is just a mishmash. So it's got the yellow nose, the yellow eyebrows and mouth that I don't remember, the red eyes that I don't remember, the deep dents that I don't remember. Everything that I don't remember is in this. And Pokey's looking really red on the bottom as opposed to orange on the top. Actually, also really red on the top left too. Hi to Chloe. Now, I don't know why this is green because we have yellow faces, nose, and red eyes. So I think that should have been a red slide. Unless it all changed. I don't even want to know what's happening in the bottom right image. You can go on. Maybe there's an actual residue slide. Nope. The whites of his eyes are yellow in some episodes now, too. Anyone remember yellow whites of his eyes?
That I definitely don't remember.
And now he's lime green here.
As long as he's green.
There's more. Not sure what else more. Oh, it's me showing you the whites of the eyes. As you can see, even in the very older episodes, he had a yellow nose and a yellow mouth, no eyebrows. And then there's also one where he's like a blue, almost blue green with everything yellow. I don't remember yellow eyebrows. I don't remember a nose. I don't remember yellow lips. And I do not remember red eyes. It's all messed up. And that is that. I don't want to know either. Pokey wasn't red. I agree. I have to see if Pokey is red. But now I have to pick something to show you guys. Let me just put in October 21 and see what comes up, or October 2020. Anything old? Oh, I'm going to make a short of that one, so I'm not going to do that one. How about this one? It's short and sweet and only has one graphic to read. I haven't done this one in a while. Here you go, Jeff.
All right.
Sticking with the toy theme, with the kids theme. And while you show the pictures and ask the question, I'll find something else. That's just a
Okay.
short one, so we're not just sitting here with dead air.
All right. What color eyes? That's the one, right?
Yep, that would be it.
All right. So that's ready to go.
Oh, I gotta add you in. I'm sorry. Here you go.
Okay. What color eyes do these Sesame Street characters have?
Now we're talking about the you know how Muppets have like a ping pong ball. What color is the ping pong ball? Teresa, if you're listening, I'm gonna do one of yours. Is it? Can you see the chat, Jeff?
Yeah.
Is anyone saying anything?
About this? No.
Oh, we're gonna do this one because I don't
Okay.
think anyone remembers this.
Bubbles says white. Pushing Buttons says I don't know these characters.
Not a Sesame Street fan, huh? Oh, I did spiders last night. This was the folder I was looking for, so we're gonna do this one. I called it tarantulas, and that's why I didn't see it last night. I was going crazy looking for this. That's Halloweeny too.
All right. So let's move on. So one of them has yellow, the other has white.
And I
But
don't remember that.
I remember white for both. Got that guy. There's a yellow again. White and yellow. White and white. That's what I remember.
Now you have other folders there. Just tell me when you're ready to put them in.
Okay. See a lot of residue for both of them having white. JT says both white. Noise Guru says one has jaundice. All right. Moving on to the next one.
I'm just grabbing a few and then I'll be joining you.
So the next one we're doing is Teresa's.
Mhm. Sending one more and then I'll be there. We got a whole slew of them to cover. Okay. So this is credit Teresa Lynch. Pandanus candelabrum is a plant that essentially stands for X marks the spot. This is the one plant known to man that only grows where diamonds are. Now, I don't know if you transport it, if it will die, because there's no diamonds. If there's a link to it growing there, wouldn't it be great if you had the plant, planted it, and diamonds formed underneath? Yeah.
So it's a
Has
high
anyone
maintenance plant. It only wants diamonds.
only wants diamonds? Has anyone ever heard of a plant that tells you where diamonds are? Because that's what this is. Oh, we have a sink in the chat. Always Guru said the word trash can. That's a sink.
It is?
Besides, it is. It will be. You'll see. It's a Mandela that you don't even know about yet that happened
Oh,
to
wow.
us since we found something. So, besides marking future diamond mines, diamonds can literally be on the ground beneath the palm plants encased in kimberlite. So, diamonds inside another stone called kimberlite can be found just scattered around the bottom of these plants. Very bizarre. If you have fake ones, you get zirconias. That's funny. Jeff? Here's images. The diamond plant, kimberlite ground. Again, if you guys want to read these slides in more detail, they're in my Flickr. Everything that's been covered is public. You're welcome to go look and read them in detail. All right, next. That was a good find by Teresa. Never heard of a plant that tells you where diamonds are until Teresa found it. Jeff? You there?
Yeah, just getting everything together.
All right, after we do these folders, we'll do the intermission. There's quite a few folders there. Guys, again, if you think of anything you want to talk about, drop it in the chat.
All right, this one's ready to go.
Okay. You want to read this one?
Yeah.
You can probably all tell when I made this one.
My least favorite person right there. Okay.
Yeah, look at his eyes. I made them red.
Good. The NIH is the medical research division of the U.S. Department of Health. What do the letters NIH stand for?
So just stay here. Chat, what does NIH stand for? National what? Come on, there's 17 of you watching. Let's go. We have heard this on TV so many times if you're in the United States. And I'm sure you've heard of it outside of the United States with what happened in 2020. So there you go. Noise Guru comes in with National Institute of Health. Anyone else? Same, different? Jeff, what do you remember?
National Institute of Health.
She's chilling. I'm not saying that though. I just got monetized. There's no way I'm saying that.
Hey,
Hello, Samoan Watchman. And sorry, Jeff. Jeff is saying hi too.
All right, we ready to move to the next one?
I got one answer. That's it. Oh no, two answers. Institute of Health. So push buttons.
Two's good.
Okay, three with you.
Yeah, there we go.
Start from the top.
I remember the agency title being the National Institute of Health. But since its creation in the 1940s, just like the CDC's centers, the agency has always been the National Institutes of Health. That sounds stupid.
That is so stupid. Who remembers institutes? Anyone? Anyone in the chat remember National Institutes of Health?
I'm surprised it didn't change to institutions.
I know, seriously. That'll be next.
Yeah, I was just going to say that's a future Mandela effect we'll be covering eventually.
Yes. Institutes.
But it gets weirder. Each subdivision of the NIH uses the singular institute, like I remember. Why bother to make them different?
So there's National Institutes of Health, but National Institute of Minority Health and Health Disparities. Of course, it is. It says pushing buttons. This is what it is. When I saw this, I could not, because it was everywhere. The World Health Organization, National Institute of Health, CDC were everywhere for 3 years. Well, 2 years. Let's say 2 years. For 2 years. They were everywhere. On TV, on YouTube, constantly.
And there's residue for institute.
All right, let's go to the next one. Yes to alls.
Ready to go.
Okay, so I meant to show this last night when we were talking about the rainbow spiders. Well, I didn't think to look for tarantula, but looking for Halloween, I found it. Credit Teresa Lynch. In the past, we have covered the Mandela rainbow, applying itself to many species, including tarantulas. Sixteen, 17. Jeff, Jeff. And while these may not be mandanimals, but we've never seen these tarantulas before. Teresa spotted one species that we've never come across before. Whatever. I don't even know what I'm saying there. So next. These tarantulas also come in every color of the rainbow, but they have pink to orange toes and are aptly named the pink-toed tarantulas. Have you ever heard of these? Look at their little feet.
Yeah, I never heard of those. Those are weird.
I like the cute little toes up. Remind me of cat food. Look at these. And ironically, at least one pink toe species is pink with black toes, and another with blue toes. The pink one looks like it's made of pipe cleaners. It doesn't even look real to me.
Oh,
Scott. Yep. So here's just more of the pink toes.
ugh. They gross me out no matter what color they are.
Green, purple, gray, all different colors.
Yeah, because that's totally normal.
Wait, Los Angeles has green parrots flying around now? They had to have come over on a ship from India. That would be my guess. Because I just covered them last night. The poor green parrots of India. Next. While researching this, I discovered two new tarantulas with a distinguishing feature. They have blue legs, but yellow and tan bodies. And the blue is also iridescent. And of course, people posted these in the group like 2 years later. This is why I do the rewinds. People miss these. Look at this, guys. It looks like a Christmas ornament.
Yep.
Back in 2019, I found jewel caterpillars, but now there's a tarantula. Have you ever seen a jewel tarantula before? They're 100% new to me. We're happy to have you here too. Welcome to Jehovah's Daughter, Barbara. I should have saved jewel caterpillars for Christmas that year.
Yeah.
Totally look like a Christmas ornament.
That one's really weird in the right-hand corner.
Those are the tan ones with the iridescent blue legs. And the pink-toed blue one is crazy too on the bottom
Yeah.
with white toes.
Where are
No,
these?
they're all over the place. They're usually in South America. Usually South America. Madagascar. Just more pictures of them. They're crazy looking.
Yeah. All right. That's that one.
Okay. So for those of you just joining us, we are doing some rewinds from years ago. Because most likely you missed them. I put money on it that you missed them. And we're going to go into a little bit of Halloween stuff since Mandela is around the corner. And I may be doing, part twos to some of these. I just have to wait for Jeff to pull something up.
Oh, wait. I think I did something wrong here.
Oh
Yep.
no.
Now we're good.
I hope you recovered well. Oh my gosh. I got bit by a spider once while I was sleeping, and my whole hand swelled up. I had to get a cortisone shot. Horrible. So previously in the ME community, Jeff, do you want to read this? Or you want me to read
Yeah.
it? Because I know you don't like the weird words, like the font.
I'll read it.
Okay.
Previously in the ME community, Wednesday Adams' dress changed from plain black to black with white pins all over it. Now her dress appears to be changing again. It's not black anymore. In the 1991 movie, it looks gray to gray blue now, which isn't that big of a deal, except Wednesday's dress in the original TV series is blue now, too.
Can you zoom in on her on the bicycle? So it's like a teal blue velvet. And if you go over to the intro on the left, she's standing next to Morticia, who's wearing black. So you can clearly see it's not black, it's blue.
Yeah. It was always black for me.
Same.
Everywhere.
I miss my old app that made the slide. You see, like the different pattern background? I can't do that with the app I use now. The app I had, the developers sold the app to another company, and they want $139 to use it. I'm like, it's
That's
a
insane.
slide app. You are out of your mind.
Right?
Oh, thank you. That's a compliment. I'm Morticia.
All right. And the dress is blue in the 1990s cartoon, which I definitely don't remember either.
So hands up in the chat if you remember Wednesday wearing blue at all. Do you remember Wednesday Adams wearing a blue dress?
So stupid. Why would she ever wear blue? It's supposed to be this whole dark theme, this kind of evil family, I guess, but like whatever. It's not supposed to be happy colors like that, you know?
Nope, I get it. See, you people are exactly why we do the show so late. We have people who go to bed at 10 a.m. It's 6:21 a.m. where chilling is now. See what I'm saying? We don't
Yeah.
reach you at the normal times because it's too late or too early for you. Pushing buttons is nope, 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 and never for Noise Guru. Always black like her soul, yes. Okay, go ahead, Jeff. I'm sorry.
Stranger still, that weird gray blue is the color of Wednesday's dress in the new animated film, too. Wrong. All wrong. Also disturbing, people remember the blue dress And the new Netflix live action series has a blue dress too.
That's okay. You can hit like on the way out. No problem. It's okay.
Thing was Lurch's hand. What?
I can see that. I can see that. Because he's really tall. I could see that. But I thought a guy was under the table sticking his hand out, and it wasn't Lurch. I thought it was actually multiple people who did it. Hi, Michael E. Good to see you.
Hey, Michael E. I got too many tabs open here. It takes me too long to do stuff. Okay, there we go. So while Christina Ricci's Wednesday may not be an in-your-face change, it's still a change worth noting because with the Mandela effect, things never stop changing.
That is so true. And I did find residue of it black. But when I watched the actual scene, it's blue. And also notice that the lion is wearing blue eyeshadow. Just want to point that out. Because I don't remember that being there. I did not mention it in the slide.
Yeah.
Oh, and we skip. Just showing you the blue dress. Even the Funko Pop doll is like a purple blue dress. And when you look at Wednesday, Christina Ricci's Wednesday, that is starting to look blue to me.
Yeah.
Unlike the bottom right one, which looks gray. Not black, like her hair. So. Also, wait, go back. Why are there buttons going all the way down the dress? I don't remember buttons at all.
No. No buttons for me.
That's weird. All right, go on. Too much blue. Makes no sense. She looks like the bottom right, zoom in on that, can you please? Are you able? Yes. That is blue now. That's navy blue. You're not going to convince me otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I don't remember her wearing lipstick. I remember being pale. She's wearing red lipstick there.
I remember the lipstick.
I don't. Neither do the dolls and the costumes. There's some residue of black. Notice the lack of buttons going down the front of the dress as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up. Right? Barbara said she never had buttons.
No.
I'm not going to say the first part. Out of respect, it's not nice. I have not seen the new Wednesday series. I don't have time to watch anything. I really don't have time.
I don't make time to watch anything.
This is my life 24/7. All right. Friday the 13th has had so many sequels over the decades, each with their own version of Jason Voorhees' mask. I believe Friday the 13th has been Mandela, but first, I want to share something Teresa Lynch brought to my attention. A related post shared by Eric Michael in 2021 in Mandela the Reality Residue Hunters, Teresa's group on Facebook. I don't think any of us should be here. I think that's why we're here in this room right now. This YouTube room is because none of us were supposed to be here. I think that's it. I really do. I think that's the key. Jeff? Have you ever heard of the Jason mask harvestman spider? This spider's back literally looks like a Jason Voorhees mask. Well, one of his masks, since they are all slightly to very different in this reality. Has anyone ever seen this spider before? So creepy weird, right? I have never seen this spider or Eric's post before, but nice find to Teresa and Eric. Now on to the new Mandela effect. As I stated earlier, Jason's mask changes each movie, but in most sequels the change is very slight. Blank Slate Hey says nope to the spider. Person says, imagine all the tiny machetes. Good one. Good one. Speaking only about the plastic hockey mask versions, what color markings do you remember on the different masks? So guys, you see it in front of you. What color goes in those white spots? Jeff, what do you remember?
Not sure. Probably red.
Leave it. Okay, leave it here. Let them answer.
I didn't watch too many horror movies. I wasn't a fan. I'm more of a fan of comedies.
True, but I'm sure you've seen commercials.
Yeah, but I never really paid much attention.
So
Actually,
Noise Guru says red. Yes, the mask was off-white, but what color are the markings on the mask, Barbara? Pushing Buttons remembers red, blue. Guessing red, says Michael E. A guess is good enough. All right, we can go on. We have enough answers in the chat.
all right.
I have researched Jason Voorhees' mask before, and this is 1,000,000% a change for me. His mask always had red markings. The markings changed through the years, but they were always red for me. But not for Pushing. In this reality, in Friday the 13th 5, his mask now has light blue markings. And I'm saying no freaking way because prior to that, I'd never seen it before, ever.
I've seen enough to know that's wrong. That looks ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Red is
But
what I remember.
Jonathan remembers the blue, though. I do not. I have no memory of the blue. It was always red.
Yep.
That's horrible. Pushing Buttons was forced to watch these as a kid. Oh, that's horrible.
Forced.
Yeah, every version of Jason, supposedly, with the blue mask.
I don't know. I just could never get into the horror movies except for Creepshow. I liked that.
I liked horror movies as a kid, and then I prefer more like suspense and mystery.
Mm-hmm. I like
And
that too.
I liked horror movies that weren't gory. Okay, but then I got the nervous system condition, and my heart literally can't handle it. A jump scare, my heart
Mm-hmm.
will race for a good hour. So no, I stopped watching them.
Yeah, it's probably best you don't watch that stuff then.
Yeah, it is.
For me, I just don't see the point of it. I just don't like it.
Oh wait, we have information. WTF says, Part 5, it wasn't Jason Voorhees. There was a different killer, which is why the mask is different. Interesting.
Yeah.
But I still don't believe it. I still think they used red markings in my reality. Different killer or not. So I originally covered this because I don't remember the yellow. I don't remember the gold. Like there's like a gold one. It's not gold, but I don't remember all the different colors. It was always off white for me. White. I go with white or off white. Definitely not yellow. Definitely no blue markings. And I don't know about you, but the shape has changed for me. He's looking like I don't know. It's too wide. It's reminding me of Silence of the Lambs or something. Something's off, and I don't know what it is. Rose gold. No, no, it's not rose gold. It's got like a sheen to it. Like there it is in the center. You see it? It's like got a golden sheen. It's shiny. Can you zoom in on the middle one, please? Jeff? I don't know where Jeff went. Jeff! Oh gosh, I hope his computer didn't crash. I think Jeff's computer crashed.
Now I'm still here, but I had to step away for a second.
Oh, so can you zoom in on the middle one, please?
Yeah.
That's the gold one I'm talking about. Gold. Do we see this? Does anyone remember the gold mask?
Nope.
Yes or no in the chat. Do you remember gold? I have no memory of a gold mask. But that's all.
Good point by Barbara in the chat. When truth is stranger than fiction, you don't watch horror movies.
That is a good point. Yes.
Yep.
No gold for Michael E. or Blank Slate. Don't remember that one, says Jonathan.
The horror movie in the White House is much, much scarier.
Yes. You know what else is scary? Have you seen that YouTuber who asks random questions? I can't think of his name. Like he'll go up to people with a microphone and he'll say something. Where was the Queen of England born? And they
Mark
don't know
Dice.
the answer. Huh?
Mark Dice. I watch him all the time.
No, not Mark Dice. It's not Mark Dice that I'm picking up.
It's somebody else?
Someone else, yes. And he always goes, and they'll say something totally stupid, and he'll go, yes. I can't think of who he is. Ah, so good. It's scary. It's terrifying. Like, how many stars are on the U.S. flag? And she said, I don't know, 15? I was like, 15? Oh, gosh.
Yeah, people
And
are
we
so
wonder why we get what we get in
right?
office. These people vote. How many more folders do you have that I sent you that you didn't put up yet?
Let's see. One.
One. So after this folder, we're going to do a how long is your songs that you're playing intermission.
Not sure exactly. Like 3-4 minutes, whatever, something like that.
Okay. So we're going to do approximately a 5-minute intermission so that I can find more folders to send to Jeff. And if you guys need to take a bathroom break or heat up your coffee or something, you can also listen to Jeff's music. But again, Jeff has a disclaimer warning. Jeff, what's your warning disclaimer for the intermission music?
Well, it's definitely not for kids. And it's shock humor.
A
It
little
can be
vulgar.
vulgar, can be offensive to some people. But
So if you don't like sexual innuendo, foul language, um, just don't listen. Just go, just take a 5-minute break, walk away, get fresh air or something. I don't know. That's
but
your
for people
warning
who have that
disclaimer.
sense of humor, it's great.
Yes. All right, on to the next folder, and then we'll take our break, and we'll come back, do a few more, and finish up the show. No, I don't need one to have a cigarette. I can do that right now. Yes, if you're easily offended, Earth isn't the place for you. I agree, Barbara.
So I guess she might not mind.
No, I don't think so. And yes, Blank Slate, the dumbing down of America, that was the plan. I believe it started with reality TV. I did a whole rant about reality TV. Was that on Hero's show? I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, just ranted on reality TV dumbing down America.
You're one of the few people I know who agrees with me 100% on that.
I just don't get it.
I never understood it.
Well, I'm sure it did start in the 50s, but I really saw a decline, a major decline with reality TV. Barbara says she's the one who appreciates a dirty joke.
Well, then she'll probably not mind my songs because this one is very gross, but very funny, if I do say so myself.
Oh, I didn't even realize you pulled it up yet. All right, so this has video, just to let you know. You want to read this one? It's hard to read.
Let's see. Let me take a good look at it. It's not hard. I'll read it. Lost Boys. A couple years ago, Recall Vector covered the Lost Boys. Santa Clara had changed to Santa Carla. Just found some really interesting residue that had apparently changed when it was noticed on CinemaSins Guy Shifted.
Santa Carla's crawling with vampires.
When you have this wacky a story to tell a loved one, don't open with the flat facts like this. It will only get you laughed at or labeled insane. Also, he just called it Santa Clara, not Santa Carla. And since they'd already spent all that money on the neon...
Santa Carla's crawling.
But he didn't.
Right. He wrote Santa Clara, though. So I said I think he shifted.
Mm-hmm.
So play it again so they can listen again.
Crawling with vampires.
When you have this wacky a story to tell a loved one,
Let's
don't
start it
open
over.
with the flat facts like this.
Guys,
It will only
listen.
get...
The guy on
Santa Carla's
CinemaSins
crawling
is
with
hearing-
vampires.
When you have this wacky a story to tell a loved one, don't open with the flat facts like this. It will only get you laughed at or labeled insane. Also,
right,
he just called it Santa Clara, not Santa Carla. And since they'd already spent all that money on the neon...
Santa Carla's...
Pause. Restart it. I'm going to tell them what to listen for. Restart it. Like rewind it at the bottom. There you go. Don't play. Don't play. So listen, guys. So we all understand what's happening here. The guy who does Cinema Sins heard Santa Clara and flips out. Yet the clip does say Santa Carla. So either he heard Santa Clara and it changed, he shifted, or I don't know. I don't know what else it could be. I think he shifted in the middle of doing this video. What do you guys think? Play it again. Listen for it.
Santa
You're going to
Carla's
hear.
crawling with vampires.
When you have this wacky a story to tell a loved one, don't open with the flat facts like this. It'll only get you laughed at or labeled insane. Also, he just called it Santa Clara, not Santa Carla. And since they'd already spent all that money on the neon.
Santa Carla's crawling with vampires.
When you have this wacky a story.
So he wrote Santa Clara at the bottom, but Corey Haim says Santa Carla. And we do remember, I remember the same thing as Recall Vector. It was Santa Clara 100,000%. And now it's Santa
Carla
Carla.
sounds dumb.
Huh?
Santa Carla sounds dumb. I've never seen the movie, but Santa Carla doesn't sound right.
Now, I don't know if I'm going to be talking about it in these slides, but when this movie came out, because there was an amusement park, I looked it up. And again, it was Santa Clara for me in the movie, and I couldn't find it. All I could find was Santa Clarita and Santa Clara or Carla. I found Santa Carla. Now, Santa Carla doesn't exist. It's Santa Clara, and they called it Santa Carla. So it flip-flopped. The real town and the name in the movie. All right, next slide.
But there's also a new change for me pertaining to the name of the town.
Oh, it's probably this. Yep.
Yeah. Whether it was Santa Clara or always Santa Carla for you, in your memory, what was the name of the real town it was based on? Santa what?
So pushing button says Clarita. Anyone else? What was the name of the real town it was based on?
I couldn't tell you what I remember because I never saw it.
This is actually a good horror movie.
Yeah?
Yeah, it actually is. It's campy. It's good. And the cast is amazing. You got Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, Kiefer Sutherland, Jason Patrick, Diane Weiss. Some people remember her last name is West.
Weist.
Weiss. I remember Weiss too, but some people remember her name is West.
No,
And,
it's Weist. It's always been Weist.
The boyfriend, I forget his name. Anyway, it's got a great cast. It's really good. Oh, and Alex Winter from Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted, yeah.
Yeah. Pushing button says Clara, not Clarita. Michael E says 1000% Clara.
Now, I've heard of Santa Clara before, never Santa Carla.
And the boardwalk was in Santa Cruz. That is correct. The boardwalk scenes were filmed in Santa Cruz. Clarita is on the coast, says Noise Guru.
I've heard of that.
All right, we can go on.
Santa Clara was not a real town in my past, but now it is. It is a landlocked city near San Jose, California. See, I knew that.
So, guys, you all said 1000% Santa Clara. I guarantee it was not based on a landlocked city near San Jose. Go on. The answer is Santa Cruz, everyone. Noise Guru got it.
In this reality and the Lost Boys, the town is fictional, like Santa Clara used to be, and is based off of the real world town of Santa Cruz. Is this your memory, or do you remember it like I do?
I remember it based off Santa Clara. And when I looked it up, Santa Clara did not exist. It was Santa Carla on the map. But in the movie, it was Santa Clara. Now Santa Carla's in the movie and Santa Clara exists, but it's landlocked, and the movie is based on Santa Cruz. This is a mess, and it's not my reality. That's all I gotta say. Bad.
Speaking of the Santa Clara sign, on the back of the sign, there was a message written in graffiti, blank capital of the world.
So everyone, what was on the back of the sign that they focus in the beginning of the movie, they focus in on it as they're driving into town, blank capital of the world. Thank you, Pushing Buttons, for sharing my channel. And thank you, Barbara, for coming here because of Pushing Buttons. You are both very awesome. Actually, I'm going to star your comments because I can star them now. How do
Hi,
I
Michael
star?
Fontaine.
Because that is just awesome sauce. Hi, Michael Fontaine. Now, tomorrow is Shifty Sunday. So, Pushing Buttons is guessing party. Again, when they're driving into town for the first time, they focus on the back of the sign, and it says blank capital of the world written in graffiti. Anyone else have an idea of what it could be? It's okay if you don't remember. A guess is fine.
Vampire?
Okay, Jeff is guessing vampire. It's okay. It's okay, Nicholas. All right, we can go on since they don't seem to know it. Oh, Pushing Buttons is guessing also.
I actually owned the movie on DVD and never watched it. Wound up stealing it.
I'm not going to say it, but I'll put it on the screen. All right. I remember it like you guessed, Jeff. Go ahead.
In my past, the graffiti said vampire, but now it says murder capital of the world. Since most were listed as missing, not dead, this makes no sense. Do you remember murder?
Like the whole beginning was like showing milk cartons, kids on milk cartons missing. Why would it be murder? The missing capital of the world would have made more sense.
Yeah.
But this was a vampire movie, and it said vampire capital of the world. And now it says murder. I don't remember murder.
Santa Carla is a fictional place. It's supposed to be similar to the real city of Santa Cruz. But also they are Santa Clara, California. So I guess the sin is lazy fictional town naming. Also, as mentioned, this movie takes place in Santa Carla, which is fictional for Santa Cruz. But they didn't bother to swap out the license plates.
And this is just more of that CinemaSins guy freaking out because it was Santa Clara and they're saying Carla and Clara, Carla, Cruz. Same issue I'm having with all the different names. And here's the current reality of Santa Carla, murder capital of the world. And here's some residue of vampire.
Yeah, why would they write that if that's not what it was?
Mm-hmm.
People don't just make this stuff up out of thin air. That's what it was.
And here it is in a book.
At least according to the Lost Boys. Well, no, apparently.
Apparently not.
The Lost Boys begs to differ.
Jamie Gertz is also in this, and I remember her name spelled Jamie, not I.
Yeah.
That's new.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Jammy.
Yep, Jamie.
Jammy Gertz.
That's brand new. I'll have to put that one together after Mandela. I'm going to take a screenshot so I remember.
I actually have a dual memory on her name.
Do
I
you
remember
remember
it
it
the
with
way
the
you
I?
said. I remember it Jaime.
It may be Jaime. I'll look for, I'm going to write it in the chat so I can take a screenshot and remember it.
In fact, I have
Yeah,
a stronger memory of that. That looks right when I think about it. And Jammy sure as hell doesn't.
and yes, that's an old Mandela effect we covered. Jason Patrick missing the K,
Yep.
pushing buttons. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to put that on the screen as I take a screenshot.
Are we sure that's how it's spelled now? Jamie Gertz?
No, that's why I took a screenshot to look it up. Either way, we have two options here. One of them is going to be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You have a strong memory of AI, and I have a strong memory. And you're right, the IE looks weird. The AI looks right. But we'll see. We shall see. Next. Oh, it's a lot of vampire capitals of the world. Jeff,
Yeah,
I don't know how many residue slides there are. There could be 10. Teresa was helping me with residue back then. So this says Santa Carla Vampire Capital. That's why it's highlighted. Not the Carla part, the vampire capital. And at the bottom, it says Santa Cruz, Santa Carla in red, and vampire capital of the world at the bottom.
And why would people get all this wrong? It's too many stuff to get wrong already. Too much stuff to get wrong already. All of a sudden, everybody's getting 10,000 things wrong. Come on. But nothing's going on, right?
Yeah, I just didn't pay attention to this movie at all, I guess.
Right.
The 50 times I've seen it. And another tweet, vampire capital of the world. And then an article, the cult 80s scum the Lost Boys turned Santa Cruz into the vampire capital of the world, in quotes. All right. And now for an intermission. We're going to mute up, and Jeff's going to play his music on the screen. And Jeff, also, when you're done hitting play, really quickly throw the link to your channel in the chat if you'd like.
Yeah.
And that way, if they want to, since we're on an intermission, they can quickly go subscribe and then come back. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes, guys. Barbara says I'm echoing. Am I echoing for everyone?
No.
Chat, anyone else hearing me echo? I need some answers from the chat before we go on break. Because if it's only echoing for Barbara, she has to refresh. If it's echoing for everyone, I have to. It's my fan. Okay,
You
yeah, I
sound
can't turn the
fine.
fan off. I'm sorry. I have a condition. I can't turn my fan off. I could try lowering it though. There we go. Is that a little better? Oh, it could be her TV. Could be, could be. Okay. Which song are you playing?
This
Huh? Okay. And we're going on break now.
Don't know why I ate those tacos tonight. I should have known something didn't feel right. I got clumps of shit in my butt hair, and it's dripping down my leg in the stairs. Going to the left of me, peanuts to the right. Here I am, stuck in a river of poo. Yes, I'm stuck in a river of poo. I gotta clean up before it turns to glue. And my girlfriend's mother sprayed me with mace, 'cause I shit all over her whole damn place.
Ew.
Going to the left of me, peanuts to the right. Here I am, stuck in a river of poo. Well, I farted and thought nothing would come out. Now I'm a sick of this. And my girlfriend, she is balling, 'cause her house smells like extra. She's ashamed of me. Now it's coming out like a waterfall. That's why I shouldn't go to parties at all. Now the guests start shit plastered to the wall, and I don't think her folks like me no more. Going to the left of me, peanuts to the right. Here I am, stuck in a river of poo. And I'm glad I bought my snorkel, 'cause I'm drowning in shit like quicksand. And the stench is so appalling that a swarm of flies are coming for me. Yeah, I don't know why I came here tonight. After pigging out a Taco Delight, I squeezed a log 30 feet in midair, and it got stuck in her grandmother's hair. My girl broke up with me, can't blame her, right?
Nope.
She's so mad I bought her mom's help with food. Yes, I'm stuck in a river of poo. I got lost, tough shit on both my shoes. Now I'm single and singing the blues.
Take your shit-filled drawers and take a hike, mister. Get the
I was muted. That was fast. Steph, are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's
All
a
right.
warm Muppets. I like that.
All right, we are back from the very, very short intermission, but it gave me enough time to send you all the folders. And after all those folders, we'll do the new one and call it a night. Sound good? I don't care about the order of the ones I sent you.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to pull up.
Let's see where we're at here.
Mr. Super Sidewinder, welcome.
We're not going to be able to do all of them.
You don't think?
No. We'll do a few of them.
Well, make sure. Well, then let me remove the ones that because I want. There's ones that I definitely want to do. Let me remove some. I removed 2 of them. Now there's only 4.
Well, thanks, pushing buttons.
Hey, Gerald. Gerald says that you have to read all of them because your mic is clear.
Your mic sounds fine. There's nothing wrong.
Maybe, but you're in StreamYard with me. They may be hearing it differently. I wonder if the volume's turned down. Does that sound any better?
Yeah.
Guys, does it sound better to you? Do I sound better now that I turned the volume up? Better, okay. Better for Gerald Neal. Yes, says Noise Guru. Oh, that's so nice. Pushing Button says I came all the way to Vegas and I stayed in and hung with all you guys.
Well, thanks for
you.
doing that.
Mr. Super Sidewinder, yeah, betterer. Pushing buttons. It's gooder.
And thanks for the compliment on the song, Pushing Buttons. I needed that after some idiot said something stupid the other day.
So turning the volume all the way up, it makes it louder in my ear too. That's okay though.
All right, so I got one ready to go, but let me know if it's one that you actually want to do.
I removed the 2 that I didn't want to do.
Okay.
There's only 4 there instead of 6 now. Okay. In the 1960s through the 1980s, this jack-o'-lantern pail was very popular with trick-or-treating children. Or trick-or-treaters, I should have just written, but you know. There are 2 major changes for me to the most common, that's the key, that's why it has an underline, most common style of this pumpkin pail. In the chat, please describe the shape of the eyes and describe the shape of the mouth. Like what's going on with the mouth and the shape of the eyes. And Jeff, what do you remember while they're answering? And you know what? I'm going to say describe the teeth, not the mouth. What did you say, Jeff?
Said the teeth.
Yes. On the most common version of this that most kids had in the 60s, 70s, 80s. Huh?
I can't explain what I remember.
Okay. And what about the eyes?
I wouldn't know without looking.
Okay. Don't worry about that. In the chat, we have from Gerald Neal, eyes are as triangles with point on the top. Okay.
Triangles, yeah.
Mr. Super Sidewinder says mouth, 3 square teeth, 2 top, 1 bottom. Nose, 2 triangle, yes. Black with orange teeth. Hi, General Sorrow.
Hey, General Sorrow.
Triangle eyes. WTF is same as Barbara. What? This is just hard to explain, guys. I want everyone to describe the teeth. So, with the exception of Mr. Super Sidewinder, who gave a detailed description, please describe the teeth that you remember on the most common pumpkin tail. What were the shape of the teeth? Were they squares like Mr. Super Sidewinder, or were they different? I'm asking the shape of the teeth to be more specific. So again, like Mr. Super Sidewinder said, if I can find the comment, mouth, 3 square teeth, 2 top, 1 bottom. They were squared, not missing gaps. Square teeth, pushing buttons is triangle teeth. Square teeth for WTF. Two top, 3 bottom. Okay, we can go on.
All right.
Square teeth for General Sorrow. Regardless if you remember different designs or not, they never had evil pointed teeth in my past. Did they look like this for you? I'm talking, this is going back to the 60s, people. The 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. This is the most popular design. And a lot of them have larger noses and rounded at the bottom eyes that I don't remember. If you look at the eyes, it looks like it's like rounded. It's like it's trying to show you cheeks. And I don't remember that. I don't remember that big nose and the rounded eye at the bottom. I don't remember any of this because I remember what Mr. Super Sidewinder remembers. It was square teeth with the 3 teeth.
Yeah.
And I this did not exist when I was a kid. If they told me this was like the new popular design of like the late 90s and early 2000s, fine. Okay, fine. But not the 60s, not the 70s, not the 80s, no way. No way. This did not exist back then in my reality. Okay, go on, Jeff.
That's it.
General Sorrow says, I'd have cried. Yes, they're scary. Yes, this is what I remember. The tail I had in my past still exists. However, it is no longer the most common style and is much harder to find in vintage and current pictures.
That's the one I remember right there.
And here you can really see the curved eye of the evil pumpkin tail. And when I do find square teeth, it's usually too many teeth. I remember only seeing 3. Now there's 4, 5, and even 6. Do you guys recall these designs?
Never saw that. The one on the top left looks even weirder.
Yes, it does. We totally do, Mr. Super Sidewinder, but don't be upset if we don't someday. The pointed teeth appear to be the most common style in online photos and appear in photos dating back to the 1960s, which you can see on the left and the top. The top is store from the 1960s. I also don't remember a mustache. Can you zoom in on any of those pictures? The older ones? The one on the bottom left is newer. So maybe that one with the eyes is new. I can't verify that. But the image above and the image to the right are from the 60s and 70s. Jeff, you zoomed in on the wrong ones. Do you guys remember that one with the mustache and a patch? Like a pirate?
No.
And these are kids carrying them in 1971 or 72. I can't remember which year.
There was just the one that I remember, and that was it. There
Yeah,
was no
same.
variation at all.
I agree.
Did it again.
Everybody's saying nope. So as for the eyes, they were always just plain triangles for me, like on the right. Now they're almost always arched on the bottom, like on the left. And again, the big nose. So even when you got the square teeth, which this one is 4 teeth, which I never saw back then, you got the big nose and the rounded eyes. Arched. Brian McFarlane had never seen the pointy teeth before when I presented this to him. He checked old photos of his son on Halloween and was shocked to see the pointy teeth on his son's tail.
Wow.
Yeah. So on the bottom is an ad from the 1980s showing the pointy teeth on the pail. Just to show you how common it is. It's a whole wall of pointy teeth pumpkin pails. Again, there's a supermarket ad with the pointy teeth. There's a hand-drawn ad for Woolworths, and it has the S, which is good. Also with pointy teeth on a pumpkin, actual pumpkin. I find it interesting. We were talking about Jason's mask having blue marks. And check it out. Look at that clown mask with the blue
Yeah.
markings. We had this pumpkin light in my house. He had square teeth, and they're pointy now. And he looks terrifying. More pictures from the 70s, the 80s, Kmart. Showing the pointy teeth pumpkin pail and the pointy teeth lamp. Look at the prices. True vintage pre-1960s. And again, we have pointy teeth. Now, Barbara, the top left has smaller teeth. Is that what you remember for the triangles? Oh, that sounds great, Barbara. I could totally go for that. I also don't remember the lamp being that big. It was bigger, but it looks bigger than it used to. Oh, Jeff, I need you to zoom in on one. I hope you're here. The one on the bottom middle. Zoom in on the pumpkin the rabbit girl's wearing. What is going on with that? Do you guys see that? It looks like the teeth stick out from the pumpkin. Do you guys see that? The black and white one. Yeah.
I'm going to zoom in again.
Yeah, zoom in on that pumpkin. Everyone look at this pumpkin tail.
That's creepy.
Has anyone ever seen one look like that? It literally looks like the teeth are coming out of the pumpkin. It is terrifying. And
Yeah.
it wasn't like that. I don't remember it like that when I put this together. I don't. Teresa could have helped you push in, but she left. She was only here in the very beginning. So here's current reality, where this is the most common version. Oh, these don't look right to me. I also don't remember long and tall ones. Like the bottom,
No.
the one on the bottom is taller and longer. And the next should be residue. So this is my past right here. The only thing wrong with this is the color of the one in the top middle. They
That
were
was the
always
mid-90s.
orange. The color variation of them didn't start until later for me.
Yeah, that was like mid-90s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that one could be from the mid '90s because, like I said, the pale still exists. It's just not the most common anymore, and the pointy teeth exist now, whereas they didn't exist for me before. Okay, if you do, make sure you do the weather one, because I told Teresa about this a week before Mandela, and then she went into her group and posted it. Didn't even give me credit, and it was for Mandela. I'm like, really? This was like 2 years ago. I'm like, you're not supposed to share it before the show, and not even say I found it. Like, what? Teresa. All right. You're up, Jeff.
All right. Our weather history has changed again for me, and I am curious if it's changed for you as well. Have you ever heard of the great Halloween solar storms of 2003?
And if you remember me covering this, answer what you originally answered. Did you know about it before I presented it to you? Jeff, do you remember this?
No.
You should.
Mm-hmm.
I should too, but I don't.
Right.
Barbara says nope. I said no for Mr. Super Sidewinder. And no for Gerald Neal. And General Star says, I suppose, since that's when I saw the aurora in lower Indiana. What's a solar storm, says Noise Guru. You're about to find out. All right, we can go on.
I sure haven't, and I certainly have no memory of seeing the aurora borealis ever in my life, but I supposedly but supposedly I had several chances to see them in 2003.
So this map here shows where the aurora borealis can be seen. And normally, the orange and yellow is above, like it's Canada, and green is where we would be. So if you go on, there'll be more explanation.
Solar flares have a rating system similar to other weather events. X is the highest rating, and the higher the number, the worse it is from October 28th through November 10th, 2003. There were solar flares with ratings that topped out at X28 and X45.
So they were pretty strong, to say the least. Some of the strongest ones we've ever had.
To put the Halloween event into perspective, the Bastille Day event in 2001 registered as only an X9 on the scale. Satellite-based systems and communications were affected. Airplanes were rerouted to avoid high altitudes in polar regions, and those living in polar regions were told to stay inside because of radiation.
The aurora borealis could give them radiation. They were told to stay inside. Mm-mm.
During the Halloween solar event, the aurora borealis could be seen as far south as Florida and Texas. 2003 Halloween solar storms were so powerful that auroras were seen as far south as Texas and Florida. This aurora image was taken near Houston, Texas on October 29th, 2003, courtesy of Christy Ponder. Many deep red skies, two-toned and Halloween-colored auroras filled the night sky for most of the United States and all of Canada for several days to 2 weeks. When all had settled, a total of 17 solar flares had been hurled toward Earth. Aurora borealis was seen worldwide as far south as 20 degrees longitude, and I've never heard of this, nor have I seen the aurora borealis. Have you?
Anyone? Let's see. What's the chat saying?
Barbara says she never saw it.
General Star says all I saw was green. Was it 2003 Hurricane Katrina? I took a cruise that year.
I think
Was
that
it?
was.
I thought 04. I
It was
thought
04, yeah.
04. Yeah. Barbara lives in northern Nevada and never saw the borealis. General Sorrow is a no. Aw. Yeah, Michael Fandine's daughter is named Aurora. So it definitely could be seen in New Jersey and Philadelphia. And I did not see anything of the sort.
I
But
lived there at the time in Jersey. I did not see that, nor did I hear of it.
knowing New Jersey and Philadelphia weather, we probably had rain or clouds and couldn't see anything, even if we could.
Mm-hmm.
So this is more data. Like I said, If you want to read it more in detail, my Flickr is open. You can go look at them, read them.
Historic solar storms of 2003. Historic that we don't remember.
Exactly. Pictures. All right, how about we do the Grim Reaper and then we do the new one and we call it a night.
Okay.
All right. No one could see it in the North Pole because it was dangerous. They had to stay inside. They get radiation poisoning. Mr. Baggamer. All right. This one's hard to read. I'll read it and you can read the new one. The scythe of the Grim Reaper has changed for me, so I'm really curious if you remember it like I do. Next slide, Jeff. Which scythe do you remember? One straight or two curved? One or two in the chat, everyone. And Jeff, what do you remember?
Straight.
All right. Let's see. So, Jeff, you look to be alone so far. Pushing buttons is a 2. Gerald Neal is a 2. Noise Guru is a 2. Barbara is a 2. Michael Fontaine is a 1. He's with you. It's always been curved, says Mustard Seed of Faith. Noise Guru said a scythe is like a bowling, but bigger. Jeff? We can turn the page. The blade was always curved in my past, number 2, like most of the chat. And while curved ones can still be found, they are now much more rare and have changed to the straight blade in media that I specifically remember a curved blade. I'm going to point some of that media out. You know which ones I'm talking about. So go on, Jeff. South Park gets it right. Sometimes, for some reason, probably different artists, sometimes the blade is the new way. So I remember it like South Park has it, but in the bottom right, you can see a straight blade.
That's what I remember, the way South Park has it.
It's curved.
To
South
me,
Park has
to
it.
me, that's straight. To me, the one that was in the second one was too curved. The way South Park has it is the way I remember, in between 1 and 2.
Okay, but the thing is, you remember it curved. You don't remember it straight out.
No, not straight out. I was wrong. I wasn't really looking at it right.
Okay.
So I don't remember either of the two you originally showed.
And can we just take a moment here Why is the Grim Reaper wearing brown or maroon or purple? What is going on there?
Is he?
Look at him. Black is the background with Kenny and the Grim Reaper.
They had to do that for him to stand out.
No, look at the ones next to it. He's wearing purple. That's purple.
That's
Black
purple.
is
That's
purple.
purple. That's purple. You're right.
Why is he wearing purple? That's new too.
So let's see. I'm gonna zoom in on this here.
That's straight. That's what I'm trying to show you. I remember this being curved and straight. The Simpsons, in the current reality, Homer, but the Homer Funko Pop has the curved one, like I remember. It's curved as opposed to straight across. Sickles definitely curved, says General Sorrow. Noise Guru says purple is used to make black look darker black. That would just look like straight purple to me, though. Dry cleaner lost his black one or screwed up and dyed it. Says Barbara. I need the next slide, Jeff. Family Guy mostly has the current reality, but occasionally almost has it the way I remember. So it's got the shape of the blade, but it's still straight out. It's not curved down.
In the bottom right.
No, they're all straight out. Just thicker blades.
The ones on top are curved.
No, they're straight out. Look at the bottom edge. It's straight. It's not curved at all.
I see curved.
That's not curved enough for me. That's straight.
Now on the bottom, that's straight.
They're all too straight for my cast. But the one that bothers me the most, that's most obviously different for me, is Death in Bill and Ted. He had a curved blade and now it's almost perfectly straight. Is this how you remember the blade? It looks more curved in the bottom left, but it's in the movie. It's like it is on the right, and you can see it in the movie on the top. Can you zoom in on the top image in the movie?
It wasn't that big either.
It's huge and it's straight. Look at that. No way. Absolutely not. It's okay. General Sorrow never saw. So this is current reality. Even with a little bit of curve, it's wrong for me. They're too big. They're too straight. And here's what I remember. A good representation of what it should look like when it's big is the bottom middle.
Yep.
It was always curved for me. It was never straight. This is completely different from my memory.
It almost looks like a flag now.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're about to start the last folder of the night. This is actually a new one, and Jeff has been looking forward to this one for a while. Christian says it was curved. Barbara says all the better to reap the wicked tares with. But what's the sickle child? What does it mean? I don't know what it means. I don't know, but it's definitely different in this reality. There you go.
All right.
Oh, we are gonna before we start. We are going to well, we're gonna play because I want to. I actually want to make an outro using the song. Jeff's gonna play a song to lead out the show tonight. I'm going to actually use the song and make an outro with it because I think it's perfect. But I just want to let you know we're going to be doing that tonight, and then I'm going to use the actual outro afterwards. So we're going to have a very long outro tonight. Just wanted to give you a heads up. So the last folder of the night. Glad you guys have all been here. Take it away, Jeff.
A little while ago, we shared a clip from Jeff's friend of Mr. T singing with backup singers. At the time, no one knew where it was from. Now we do. Yes or no? Does anyone remember Mr. T having a music career?
So yes or no in the chat. There's a lot of questions in this presentation. So just be prepared to type yes or no. Do you remember Mr. T having a music career? Yes, says Noise Guru. No, says General Sorrow. Screaming no, no way, says Gerald Neal. Screaming no, says Barbara. No music, says Mr. Super Sidewinder. Push and ask, so you're going to copyright strike me, Jeff?
No. They're not strikes on my channel.
Pushin says very brief. Eddie Murphy did have one. I remember Eddie Murphy having a song.
He had more than one song. He had a whole album.
Mm-hmm. Like one or two songs.
There were two big songs that he had. Party All the Time and something about in the butt.
Okay.
It
Don't remember that.
was funny.
All right. We can go on. We got answers. Most people it's a no. We got one yes.
Okay. All right. In this reality, he had a band with kids called Mr. T's Commandments. As far as I can tell, there was just one album in 1984.
Jeff?
He also had another album in 1984, Be Somebody. Look at the additional artists. Have you ever heard of this?
Can you zoom in on the additional artists at the
Yeah.
bottom?
Okay, so let's see who we have. Ice-T, New Edition, Fergie, Martika. I don't know who
And
that
then,
is.
yeah, you don't know the rest. It's just the first few.
Tammy Townsend, I heard of.
Mhm.
Bumper Robinson, Shanice, I heard of. Valerie Landsberg, never heard of her. Okay. And the other Eddie Murphy hit was called Boogie in the Butt. Funny song. So what do we have here? We have the album covers and stuff.
Yes.
Let's zoom in on this. Mr. T's commandment: don't talk to strangers. Toughest man in the world.
Mr. T, he was made, I don't even know. He was
No
made
dope,
for
no
love.
no dope, no drugs. Damn it. There we go.
I gave the answer away.
Of course. All right, question number 2. Who is this actor?
Spell his name.
Jackie Chan. I didn't really look, but I don't think this is a Mandela for me.
Let's see.
Because I think it's pretty obvious. I can't even see how there is a Mandela for this, but we'll find out.
Because it's a reverse Mandela, that's why.
Okay.
Let's see. Barbara says Jackie Chan with an IE.
Yep.
Jeremy Sorrow is a Jackie with an IE. Pushing Buttons is a Jackie with an IE. Jackie with an IE for Gerald. Jackie with an IE for Mr. Bad Gamer. Jackie with an IE for Mustard Seed of Faith. Okay, we can go on.
His name is how I remember it, Jackie Chan, IE. But do you remember ever seeing his name as Jackie with a Y? I'm only asking because he did start his career in Hong Kong with his name as Jackie with a Y until his agent told him to change it. Okay, yeah, that's a Mandela.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I ever doubt you.
Don't know.
Also, yes or no, do you have any memory of Jackie or Jackie Chan making music? Oh, yeah, I remember when you showed me this. That's a Mandela, too.
Go in the chat. Did you know Jackie Chan had a music career? Yes or no? Barbara's a note. Which Guru is saying to you, never doubt me.
That's right.
No music for Mr. Super Sidewinder and Mr. Bad Gamer. Not particularly, says General Sorrow. Going with a no, says Pushing Buttons.
And if he did, who would actually listen to it?
Probably people in Japan. Let's go on. In China, says Mr. And yeah, China as well. China and Japan.
Unlike Mr. T, he has a ton of albums going back decades in addition to the 150 plus films he has been in. I can't claim this to be Mandela because they are not USA releases, but I do find it strange I've never heard of these.
Mm-hmm.
Does karaoke count? Does for me.
Here's some albums, guys. He did soundtracks to movies. He did all sorts of stuff.
In the basement.
And some of them are Jackie with a Y.
E-Boy's Life.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't get the English titles if they're in another country. Oh, there's a Jackie with a Y. You see it? The green one to the left? Jackie sideways with a Y.
Yeah, I see it.
Mm-hmm. Now your favorite part.
The last music career is the most Mandela of all three. I can see it if I didn't hear about this, but 100% Jeff should have heard of this before and he hasn't. Oh, God. What are we doing here? Have you ever heard of Hulk Hogan releasing a rap album?
Yes or no in the chat. Stay here. Have you ever heard of Hulk Hogan releasing a rap album?
The Hip Hop Hulkster.
Barbara's a nope. Gerald Neal is a no. No laughing is General Sorrow.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's going to be no across the board.
And trust me, we listen to it, you don't want to hear it.
Horrible.
Mr. Super Sidewinder says no Hulk. Rap specifically, yes. Yes, rap, yes. I'm waiting till you see his bandmates because it looks more like a rock band, not rap. Like an 80s rock band, not like a rock band, but like Hall & Oates or Journey doing rap, if you can imagine. Mr. Bad Gamer is a no.
Blondie doing rap wasn't much better.
Mm-hmm.
Awful song. I don't care what anybody says.
Why does Mr. T have two different color laces? Is that how it was?
No, that's not how it was.
Check it.
That looks stupid. Hulk Hogan and the Wrestling Boot Trash Can Band released a few songs with Green Jelly in 1993.
Now stop. Jeff, do you remember having Trash Can in the name? I just remember Hulk Hogan and the Wrestling Boot Band.
That's what it was when we looked at it.
Right, and now it's Trash Can. And there's the sync that I said with Noise Guru saying Trash Can earlier.
Yeah.
In the chat. This is not the album, by the way, everyone.
Oh, I know why. Because they realized it belonged in the trash can.
Yeah, seriously, it did. Bush Button says, whoa. Noise Guru says green jelly.
Originally green jello.
It was not a hobby. Because, next slide.
Then 2 years later, they released an entire album but dropped Trash Can from the band name. They should have kept it. Have you ever heard
that
of
should have just been the name.
it? You're right. It should have just been the name. Well, I can get
Anyone.
where it is now.
Oh my God. Anyone ever see this before?
Right, the landfill.
This is one of those albums that they pay you to take home.
Yeah. The kind they couldn't give away for free.
Gerald Neal says there's a strange Y in green jelly. Push a button says America's least wanted. All right, go ahead.
Hulk Hogan's notorious 1995 album, Hulk Rules, is an accidental masterpiece of anti-comedy.
I wouldn't call it a masterpiece of anything.
Well, I was going to say I agree with accidental and anti-comedy, but not masterpiece.
Not masterpiece, no.
Masterpiece. Masterpiece of something, but not masterpiece.
Noise Guru says, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Can you zoom in on the band at the bottom right?
Yeah.
Let them see this band that did rap.
City.
This is the rap band, everyone. Right here. I don't even know what to say.
Not exactly your icons of hip-hop or anything else, but wrestling.
I'm sorry for the ignorant person who drove by with a motorcycle at 3 o'clock in the morning, being extra loud when they didn't have to be.
Are any of these Mandela effects for you? Let us know in the comments.
Like I said, I can't say for a fact that Jackie Chan is, except for the Y. I'm gonna go with the Y. Yeah, definitely. But
I agree
mean,
with Barbara. Why bother listening? Anti-comedy.
exactly. So.
Yeah, how are
The
they
other
a
one,
rap band if there's rock? I don't get it. Are they a mixture? Either way, it sucks. So I guess it doesn't matter.
it was horrible. It was we couldn't even sit through the whole thing. We had to turn it off. It was bad. Like I'm talking about one song, not the album, just one song.
It was so bad it made the Super Bowl shuffle sound good.
All right, guys. It's almost 3 a.m. here. We're gonna call it a night. I think Shifty Sunday is on for tomorrow. If so, you can catch us on Shifty Sunday tomorrow night on Heroes Channel. And other than that, I think it's just Mandalorian this week, right?
Yeah.
Because I need the time to put stuff together anyway. So that's good. There's nothing else going on this week. All right. Well, do you want to do a shout out? Because I still am having trouble talking here. Jeff, you there?
I was getting the outro up.
Oh, okay. But are you able to do a shout out?
Well, to some degree. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. It goes way up to the top here. Okay. I don't know. That's a lot. It'll take a minute. There we go. All right, we got Noise Guru, Super Mario Brothers, Splatter, me, Sandy, Angels Don't Fall. Red Storm, Michael Russum, Teresa Lynch, Go Kart Bob, Gregory DeRosa, Chilling. Hope I said that right. Pushing Buttons, Barbara, Mustard Seed of Faith, Bubbles, JT, Hi Orion Spur, Gerald Neal, The Samoan Watchman, Michael E., Blank Slate,
I
WTF.
believe that was WTF. I believe that was Slate 1111.
Yeah, Blank Slate 1111. Michael Fontaine, of course. Mr. Super Sidewinder.
Did we fall back an hour? Is that this week? I thought it was in November.
It's in November.
Okay. All right, just checking because push button says I just gained an hour. Forgot to set my watch. Got me all messed up for a minute.
All right, we have General Sorrow as well. Let's see who else.
And guys, the intro, the outro song, I like it because it has like a double meaning. He's singing about a TV show, but it could really be talking about us and our show. So it's not. I don't think it's dirty at all, really.
No, and the TV show I'm singing about, the character I'm playing in the song dislikes the show. I don't. I just thought it would be funny and went with the song pretty well. All right, we have Mr. Bad Gamer. Let's see who else.
Yes, I remember the cereal. That's a good one, General Sorrow. Because I would never have time to get to it. I barely have time to speak to people about the show in Messenger. I never get to my email. If I made a Discord, I would never be there.
All right, so I got everybody on the shout out. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you for being here, everyone. And without further ado, the outros. Have a great night. See you tomorrow night on Hero.
Smash the tube, smash the tube, smash the tube, smash the tube. Turn the scrap off, 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 please turn it off. Why must we watch Friends? 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 I've seen this show about 1,000,000 times. Not even funny when I'm drunk or high. Why must we watch Friends? 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 Bitch, please don't make me gouge both my eyes out. If I see Ross one more time, I will shout. Why must we watch Friends? 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 I'm telling you now for the 100th time to change the channel. This show is a crime. Why must we watch Friends? 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 That laugh track is so annoying to me. They wouldn't need it if the show was funny. Why must we watch Friends? 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 Oh, look, Ross and Rachel broke up again. Who cares? I really question how our time is spent. Why must we watch Friends? 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 What's up with their apartment size? If mine was that big, I would never move out. Why must we watch Friends? 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 There's so much better ways to spend my day than watch TV sing down a cat so smelly. Why must we watch Friends? 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 Why must we watch Friends?
Good night, everybody.